Let's be honest. Our democracies are facing some incredibly complex challenges. The sheer scale and speed of information today, it can feel pretty overwhelming. But what if we had a new set of tools to help us meet this moment? In this explainer, we're going to explore a future where artificial intelligence doesn't replace our democracy, but actually strengthens it, making it more responsive, more efficient, and truly participatory for every single one of us.
So, here's our game plan. First, we'll look at the core problem governments are facing. Then we'll dive into how AI can act as a kind of democratic co-pilot. After that, we'll get into some real-world solutions, talk about the crucial guardrails we need, and finally explore how you can be a part of building this better future.
All right, let's start with the challenge right in front of us. Why is this conversation so urgent right now? Well, it's because modern democracy is really at a crossroads, trying to deal with a level of complexity that our traditional systems just weren't built for.
And this is the fundamental question, isn't it? Governments are trying to juggle millions of data points, process feedback from all kinds of different people, and respond to crises in real time. It's a huge coordination challenge that often goes way beyond what any group of humans can handle on their own. And that leads to delays and puts up barriers that keep citizens from really, truly participating.
But what if we had a co-pilot? This is where AI has so much potential. We're not talking about some automated ruler making decisions for us. No way. We're talking about a powerful tool that assists and augments human leadership, helping us navigate all this complexity.
So let's be super clear about what we mean by this. AI-assisted governance is all about using AI to support human decision-making and boost efficiency. But, and this is the most important part, humans always remain in control of the fundamental choices. AI is there to support and scale our ability to govern well, not to take over.
And you know, this slide really lays out the critical choice we have in front of us. On one path, you have AI-assisted governance, which leads to a stronger democracy with transparency and real participation. But the alternative, algorithmic authoritarianism, uses the very same technology for surveillance and control. The only difference is the values we choose to build into the system from the very beginning.
Okay, so that's the big picture. But what does this actually look like in the real world? This isn't science fiction. These are tangible, practical solutions that can help us start governing smarter, not harder, right now.
One of the most exciting ideas is using AI to give a real voice to millions of people. I mean, just imagine a public consultation where comments aren't just collected in a dusty report, but are actually understood and woven into the fabric of policy.
Here's how it could work. First, you gather millions of comments from citizens on a new policy proposal. Then, an AI synthesizes that mountain of text, and it doesn't just find the average opinion, it pinpoints common themes, areas of consensus, and just as importantly, it highlights unique minority views that might otherwise get lost. Finally, it gives legislators a clear map of public opinion so they can draft laws that are truly representative.
All right, so that's participation. Another powerful application is shifting from constantly reacting to crises to actually getting ahead of them. We can use AI to build a safer, more prepared future for all of us.
And here's the playbook for that. AI models can scan enormous amounts of data, historical and real-time, to spot emerging patterns that a human just might miss. This lets them forecast future needs, whether it's a public health threat, a failing bridge, or a surge in demand for social services. And the result? We can act early, allocating resources to prevent a problem from ever becoming a crisis.
Now, of course, with this much power comes a massive amount of responsibility. To build trust and make sure AI actually serves democracy, we have to build in strong guardrails from day one. This part is completely non-negotiable.
We're talking about essential safeguards, things like independent oversight boards and mandatory impact assessments before a system is ever used. It means clear, firm legal bans on authoritarian uses, like mass surveillance and social scoring. And it means total transparency through things like public registries, plus real protections for whistleblowers. It's all about holding these systems accountable to the people they serve. So this brings us to the most important part of this whole conversation, your role. Because building this future isn't just a job for governments or big tech companies. It's gonna take all of us. If you have technical or policy skills, there are very real ways you can contribute. Data scientists can build the open source tools we need for auditing. Engineers can design transparent, privacy-first systems. And if you're a professional inside government, you can be a champion for adopting AI ethically within your own agency. But listen, everyone has a role to play here.
You can engage in public comment periods. You can support the organizations that are working hard to hold AI accountable. You can learn about these issues and talk about them with your friends and family. And when you vote, you can support leaders who are committed to governing AI democratically. Your voice is absolutely essential. So let's end on this thought. This future isn't some distant dream. The frameworks for democratic governance already exist. The technology is already working. The only question left is what we will choose to build with it. The choice, truly, is ours. Thank you for joining us for this explainer.